Hi, I'm Brenda DeArmond. I'm a real estate broker here in Central Florida, and I wanted to bring this to your attention. You may have been reading it or hearing it on the news, but the National Association of Realtors, along with some very large franchise real estate companies, have been sued, and they've lost at the tune of $1.78 billion. This is under appeal, but it is going to change the way that we are going to be doing real estate in the future. I don't know if it's going to be in a month from now or 3 years from now, but there are small changes are coming to fruition. And one of them is the commission. The biggest thing is the commission. The whole thing is that the sellers don't want to pay the buyer agent commission. And the way it has been for several years, that the listing indicates how much the seller will pay the buyer agent. Normally, there is a commission, and all commissions are negotiable. Regardless of what you know, they'll say all the commissions are 5% or 6%. That is not true, because it is negotiable. If you negotiate 3%, that is certainly legal. But at this point, the sellers do not want to pay the buyer agent, and they can put on the multiple listing service that they will not going to pay anything. In the past, how it is done here in our area, that you have to put at least $1. Right now, I have heard, and it is coming across as of the 17th of November, which we're in November of 2023 right now, that we can put $0 there. Now, how is this going to work out? Not well. Who's going to be paying the buyer agent? In the multiple list, it will indicate how much they will be getting paid. If this comes to fruition, which some people may be doing this in the very near future, the buyers actually have to pay the buyer agent. In order to do that, then they would have to sign a buyer-broker agreement saying that if the seller does not pay, that they will. So there's going to be a lot more disclosures that's going to be coming down the pike as well. So beware that this is going to happen. Seller will just pay for their portion of it, and the buyer agent fee will come out at closing. Make sure, if you're the buyer, that you read all the disclosures that your agent tells you about and shows you, and make sure that they sign it. The buyer agent will want you to have been pre-approved. It's like a listing agreement for the buyers, that you are going to work with that particular buyer agent for a number of months. And if they show you anything and you want to buy it, then you have to pay them a fee if the seller is not going to do that. A lot of the buyer agents will send you all these disclosures by electronic signature, but make sure you understand what you're signing, and perhaps your buyer agent will go over that with you as well. Make sure there's no surprises at the end of the line. If the seller sells you a house and you actually love it and they don't want to pay a dime, then you are going to have to come up with the fee. It could be 2%, could be 3%, it could be $1,500, whatever that you agree on. And that's why it's so important to use that buyer agency agreement, that everybody knows what's coming down and what to expect. As a member of the National Association of Realtors, as well as the local board, I value my relationship with the other realtors. I appreciate their showing my listings. And 90% of all homes that are sold in residential are sold with the cooperation between the buyer agent and the listing agent. And I hope this stays true from now on. But with all these new changes, who knows what's going to happen. Another fee that is unquestioned is the transaction fee. A lot of the companies will charge a transaction fee. That is taking care of any of the administrative fees that are used to close the transaction. Some of them could be $200, some of them could be $500, but that is up to the agent and the brokerage company. So make sure that you are aware of these transaction fees, because they may be another one that is going to be scrutinized as well. So make sure that you know about that. They might even increase the transaction fee before it's all over. Right now, depending on what type of mortgage that you have, the seller can help with the closing cost up to 3% if it's an FHA loan, or 6% if it's a conventional loan. So there's a little bit of play there and negotiation between the buyer and seller. I have not heard anything in regard to the mortgage rolling in those fees at closing. This is all very new, and we don't know how it's going to turn out. And each month I'm going to find out exactly what's going on here, especially in my area in Central Florida. And I want to keep everyone advised. So please stay tuned. My name is Brenda DeArmond. I'm a real estate broker. My phone number is 407-721-2128. If you have any questions at all, please give me a call. Bye-bye.